Hey guys, it's Dr. Jen. It's good to see you. Coming live on the main page from my kitchen, by the way. I am in the middle of making dinner. We're going to cut up some mushrooms, but I wanted to talk to you guys about some questions that many of you guys have been asking. Namely, should you get a COVID booster now, or should you wait until we have maybe more variant-specific boosters, which right now seems to be anticipated in the fall? What should you do about the booster thing? And then a lot of you guys have been posting or asking me on my posts, like, you're saying, if I have COVID now, how soon can I get the boosters? So I thought I would just quickly come live, and just easier than making a video on this. Where should we start? Okay. Sorry, I just had like a little bit of a brain fart. I'm also going to chop up some tomatoes too. For those of you, by the way, who are new to me, so I do these lives usually when I'm with my superstars. Dr. Jen superstars who are on know that I cook a lot of Blue Aprons. Not an ad, they've just helped me cook during the pandemic. So this is my Blue Apron that I'm making, and I decided to go live for you guys. So that's why it's probably a little bit different for you, but my superstars are used to this. All right, so let's talk about the booster situation. First of all, let me answer the second question, which is, if you have COVID now, how long do you need to wait before you can get a booster? Which I think is an excellent question, okay? Because a lot of you guys are either, well, I shouldn't say a lot of you guys, but a lot of the country and in the world, we're coming down with COVID. We know COVID cases are on the rise, etc. So what you should know is that you can get the COVID booster as soon as you have sort of recovered from your COVID symptoms, like your symptoms have improved, and you have, according to the CDC, been allowed to discontinue isolation, okay? So basically, it's kind of like, with COVID, you should be, if you have COVID, you should be calling your doctor to find out what you need to be doing and when you can go back to work and be around other people and stuff like that. And also to find out if you qualify for Paxlovid or certain medications, like you guys should just be doing that. But you can get the boosters so long as you have recovered from COVID and you have been able to discontinue isolation according to CDC guidelines and your symptoms have improved, okay? All right, so we got that. I usually do cauliflower rice instead of regular rice, and then I have frozen spinach, so we're gonna use that in the dish as well. All right, now let's go to the other question that a lot of you guys have asked, which is, should I get the booster now or should I wait? I literally had this question last night when I was in the office, and a lot of people, I think, are thinking that maybe they should wait for the new COVID boosters that are anticipated in the fall. We think that those boosters may have sort of more specific protection towards BA4 and BA5. That type of thing is what we think. But that's in the fall. So you're saying, should I just wait for that or get it now? This is the thing, guys. I would not leave any protection on the table. I would go ahead and get your boosters now if you qualify for them, okay? And I'll go through, according to the CDC, who qualifies for boosters, all right? So this is the thing, is if you qualify for a booster now, get it now. And if we get a new booster in the fall, with whatever protection it's gonna have, it doesn't mean you're not gonna also be able to get that one, right? So what it means is you just don't want to leave protection on the table now. You have access to protection. Remember, even though these COVID vaccines may not be the best in terms of BA4 and BA5, meaning if you've had BA4 or BA5, you can still, if you've had the vaccines, you can still get it. But these vaccines, by and large, still keep us from being hospitalized, from having severe illness, severe disease. That is very, very valuable, and you don't want to leave that on the table. Go ahead and get your boosters now, and then should more boosters come available in the fall or what have you, then you should also get that too if you qualify. And just a reminder about who's eligible for boosters, because even though I do this every day, I actually still have to look this stuff up. It just is one of those things where the guidelines change. So what I would say is that people who are over 5 years old are eligible for one booster, okay, after the primary series. So that's after their first doses, like the primary series, okay? Now, people who are 50 years and older, you qualify for 2 boosters, okay? And some people who are over 12 or 12 years old and older also qualify for 2 boosters if they have a weakened immune system. Now, this is the thing. If you are 50 and older, you do qualify for 2 boosters at a minimum. If you're immunocompromised or have a weakened immune system, you may qualify actually for more than that. When can you get these boosters? A lot of you guys actually asked me about that. After you, let's say your mRNA vaccines or what have you, you can get your first booster 4 months after your primary series. You can get your first booster 5 months after the primary series. You get your second boost 4 months after the primary series. I know this is confusing. I've stopped making videos about like the specific months and things like that because it's just become like really like this unbelievable algorithm. All the details about when you can get your boosters is on the CDC, but even more like leave it to the healthcare professionals to tell you when you qualify for your, like when you can get your boosters. Just know that if you're 50 and over, you qualify for at least 2 boosters. If you're over 5, you qualify for 1 booster. You want to go ahead and get your boosters. Don't wait, because it's going to give you some protection, certainly against severe disease and also against hospitalization. And guys, that's what we want. We don't want you to leave that on the table. And once again, for those of you who are just joining, and by the way, thank you guys for the stars. I'll respond to you personally. Oh, also guys, I see a number of you guys are writing in. Eddie, you've had both your shots and both boosters. That's awesome. Just write in the comments how many of you have gotten your boosters, how many of you are waiting for your boosters, which booster are you on? Do you have a weakened immune system and you've gotten more than 4 vaccines because you qualify for it? Write in the comments because I'd love to see what the deal is. Also, I'm also curious about those of you who may have COVID now. First of all, anybody who's got COVID now, we want to, Eddie, thank you so much. You're very sweet, and I'm glad that you're back. If it's been a while since you've listened, it's great to see you back. What I would also say too is anybody that's got COVID right now, I always just like to throw up a prayer for anybody with COVID, because we always want everyone to do well and to get over this and not have long haul symptoms and to feel better soon. So sending prayers up for those of you who have COVID. So let us know if you're struggling with it right now. But write in, let us know if with this bout of COVID, you are going to get your boosters. So like just a couple of you, Cynthia, you have 1 booster, you're planning the second one this week. Good. Marianne, you got both shots, both boosters. Wonderful. I love to see that. Let's see here. Dorothy, you've done all of them. Let's see here. Kathleen, you said if you've gotten the second booster, will you be able to get the new vaccine for the new COVID? I think you're talking about, would you be eligible for boosters in the fall? Very likely, yes, right? So remember, if you get the boosters now, it doesn't mean you can't get them in the fall. In fact, if you get them now and you qualify for them in the fall, I want you to get all of them. I want you to get all of the protection. And I know that some people worry about like too many shots. Like I had a patient recently, they were just worried about too many vaccines, too many shots. And this is the thing, we really in medicine don't really think about it that way, because remember that these vaccines, they wane. The protection sort of goes down after time. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you keep your protection levels up to where they need to be. That's what these repeated shots do. So I don't want you to think about it as, oh, I'm getting too many shots, I'm being overwhelmed with shots. No, you want to get them, because if you don't, you may not have the base level of protection that you need. I'm just rubbing the back of my ear because I think I got like a sore in the back of my ear, and I think wearing my mask has exacerbated it. Ouch. Joy, you've had both that Moderna vaccines and booster at Christmas. Guess due for the next booster. Yeah, so if you had 1 booster, let's say you got, and this is for anybody because a lot of people got their first booster around Christmas with the Omicron strain. If you got your first booster, your second booster should be 4 months after your first booster, okay? So if, for those of you who are wondering, and I have a lot of patients who've not been getting their second boosters because they're like, oh, I got it. No, you don't want to leave this protection on the table, especially not now. If you've already gotten the first, and if it's been 4 months, you qualify for the second. Stop by your local pharmacy, your doctor's office, whatever, and make sure you go ahead and get that. That's going to be super important, guys, okay? What other questions do you guys have? So yeah, Valerie, you're asking the same question. I had both vaccines, got 1 booster in April. When should I get my second booster? So April, May, June, July, August, roughly August should be your second booster. Remember though, if you guys are immunocompromised or have a weakened immune system, maybe you should be on a different schedule. So you just want to make sure you touch base with your doctor about that. Okay, let's see here. Erica, you had COVID 14 days ago. Missy, you tested positive Saturday. Hope you're feeling better. Cold-like symptoms, but you feel fine. I'm glad to hear that overall you feel fine. Gail, you got 1 booster, so just take a look at the timing, Gail, because you may be due for your second booster. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, you got your booster in April from California, 1 booster. So a lot of people have had 1 booster. And Melinda, you said it seems like everybody who got the second booster gets COVID. Nah. No. I mean, it may feel like that, right? Because of depending on who you know and who you've been around, but no, there's not a known or even suspected, in my opinion. I don't suspect an association at all between a second booster and getting COVID, okay? If anything, these vaccines, what they do is they keep our protection levels up to where they should be, and that's what we want. So, Dale, it's good to see you. You're a bit nervous about a 5th vaccine in the fall. Tell me why you're nervous. Actually, it's very helpful to understand what makes you nervous about that. Carolyn, you're not vaccinated. Please consider getting vaccinated. It would be definitely very important. We don't want hospitalizations. Let's see here. Okay, a couple of you writing that you just gotten COVID, get second booster in August. Geraldine in August. Okay, so yeah, just taking a look. Okay, just make sure that you are getting your boosters. Okay, and those many of you guys are asking about J&J as well. There's criteria and guidelines on the CDC site about that. The mRNA or Pfizer or Moderna vaccines are preferred at this point, and there's guidance for those of you who have received the J&J vaccines. I don't have that on the tip of my head. I'd have to relook that up, but just know there's guidance for you guys too. So I don't want you to feel left out in the cold. Good Lord, I think I may scratch the back of my ear. Good googly. Anyway, all right, keep your questions coming. Make sure you check out the group that's pinned called I Got the COVID Vaccine. That's a group that I've had on Facebook really since almost the beginning of the pandemic. When the vaccines came out, to help answer some of your questions, you guys can write, show off your Band-Aids if you get your vaccines. You can ask your questions, ask about kids and things like that, because a lot of people, oh, gotta cut some garlic now. A lot of people have been asking about kids. I see many of you guys as well. Oh, look at this. Look at my little garlic. Okay, I've never seen a garlic like this. Look at this. And there's like a little stalk. Oh my goodness. Has anyone ever seen this before? And it's almost like a little baby garlic in this. Weird. So weird. Okay, I digress. Anyway, all right, guys. So keep the questions coming. I hope that's helpful. Get your boosters. And remember, if it's been 4 months since your first booster, you are due for a second booster. And get the booster now if you're eligible for it, because doesn't mean you can't get the other booster in the fall when it comes. Also, I should say too, we don't know what's going to be going on, like with COVID in the fall too. We just don't know. Like, things just be changing all the time. So that's why you want to get protected when you can. Hey guys, thank you all for the stars. I think somebody sent, see here, Patty sent stars, Beverly, you sent stars. Who else we got here? Let me just say hello, hello, hello. I see other, someone else, somebody said I think a lot of stars. Eddie, I think, sent 500 stars. I think someone else sent a lot of stars too. So I just want to send you guys a big thank you for all your stars. I will go back and respond to you personally after I chop the garlic and get my dinner going. And then also, guys, for those of you in my Dr. Jen Superstars group, just as a public service announcement, we will be back, of course, with our normal live Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'll be in the kitchen here. Guys, I'll be posting more videos this evening. What else I want to tell you? And then I'm probably going to... I'm going to stop over at TikTok now just to do a quick live with them. I started doing more lives on TikTok, and I kind of like doing it. I got to figure out how to way to do lives on multiple devices at once, so I don't have to do separate ones. But whatever. It is what it is. So I'm going to stop over at TikTok right now and let those guys know what's going on with the boosters, because a lot of you guys have asked. And new content coming soon. Love you guys. Thank you for the stars. You're amazing. Get your boosters. Let me know in the comments. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.